Good morning. Oh, how things have changed. Oh, how things have changed. So like, what, 2, 3 days ago, I was like, I'm just hitting this plateau. Everyone that I'm reaching out to is not, nobody's interested, and getting more rejections than I thought. And so yesterday, what I've been doing is I started just basically, I've been focused on school communities. I think I said that. Like leaving comments. I've DM'd a bunch of people, and I have been leaving a couple comments on posts from people that are like, oh, how I grew my YouTube to 1,000 subscribers, whatever. And yesterday I had 3 people. Okay, one respond from a DM, saying they would be interested in trying it out, and then 2 from this other school community that they both posted like a post how they what's been working for them for YouTube, and I just left some comments under there with some questions. Oh, like, how are you doing video ideas and titles and whatever else, and then I basically pitched them in the comments, and I was like, yeah, I'm doing some more case studies for free. Would love to have you on as a beta user. And they both DM'd me, and they were like, oh yeah, I'd be interested in trying it out. And then I also put in my bio that I'm building I forget the exact phrasing. It's like I'm building the next vidIQ, but that doesn't suck. And then I'm in limited beta. And I left a comment. So someone also in the same other school community left a comment related to YouTube. It's like they got 1,000 views or something on a video. And I was just like, hey, congratulations. That's great work. Nothing else. And the guy commented below. He was like, oh, thanks, Peter. I see you're building the next vidIQ and with the eye emojis. And so I was gonna respond to that. That could be another potential lead. But anyway, so 3 new interests. I onboarded 2 yesterday, which just means I sent my message with the site link and the instructions basically. And then I got 1 person to actually use it yesterday and give me feedback live. And the one thing else I will say that I changed, and I'm sure it makes a difference, but I don't know how much of a difference it makes. And that is, I put in a little quote, social proof quote, which is actually pretty strong, from the guy that used it here. And so I was like, I forget the part of the script, but it was like, oh yeah, another creator used it, and he said it was game changing for generating titles or something, whatever the quote is. So I'm sure that helps, but I don't believe that it's the reason that people are responding. So anyway, onto the feedback. Less good news, but actually, constructive criticism is valuable. So I will say that. It started off kind of rocky because the algorithm to generate new videos failed, and failed multiple times. It was getting stuck on this one channel in the code, and I was like, oh shoot. So I had to jump in, pulling out the logs, trying to figure out what's going on. I didn't put the stack trace in my logs, so I'm like, it's just this key error, object has no attribute, I'm like, what the heck does that mean? So I eventually found it. It took me like 10 minutes, 15 minutes total. Pushed up the fix. He used it again. And basically, the results were pretty garbage, honestly. They were really bad. And the reason I say that is I think, well, let me just tell you what happened, and then I think why it happened. So basically all of the new video ideas and titles generated that were recommended on his page were essentially just word for word copies from other videos. And like I forget the first title, but it was like, oh, whatever, like 9 ways to grow on YouTube, easy steps. And like the video that it was based on was 9 ways to grow on YouTube, simple steps. And so it's like, well, okay, yeah, we're not really doing anything here. Like, you're just gonna change one word, talking to my algorithm. So yeah, the results were not good, and and so he was saying how, if this is meant to be like an outlier tool, which I'm starting to gather, the term outlier is actually a like industry specific. When I say industry, I just mean like known by YouTubers word that means a video that outperformed. I've been calling it, top performing or outperforming videos. So he was saying, if this is meant to be an outlier tool, then that's okay. But if it's meant to be like generating new video ideas, then like this is not is not it. And I find myself in the middle of those, honestly. So I think part of it is going to be having to clarify the communication to the user. But the other thing I was realizing as I took a walk yesterday, the way that we're getting like super into the weeds here, but it's somewhat interesting. The way that my algorithm works, it goes based on, it learns the way that you title your videos, like the style, how are you using punctuation, how are you using capitalization, how are you using like verbs, and are you using, is it more like like how you should grow, or is it more like how I grew, that kind of stuff. And so it learns your title style, and then it takes it uses that style to convert video titles that are inspirations, basically. So take a new title, use that style, and then now you have a new video title. The problem is that I found with this guy is that he doesn't have a unique title style, which is okay, and it is something that I need to realize exists. And so like his video titles were like, 9 ways to grow on YouTube, or like, top YouTube tips for creators, like whatever, like that typical YouTube title style. Whereas something like, and the reason I built this was for me, which is I feel like I have a very unique title style that I don't see anywhere else on YouTube. And so I wanted something that worked for me. But if your title style is not like some personalized, unique style, then like obviously the algorithm is it did its job basically. You know, the whole 9 ways to grow on YouTube, simple steps instead of easy steps, or vice versa, you know? So anyway, I'm realizing that I need to, well, some of this is going to be, okay, well, I'll share this. After that, he kind of ended, you know, using it, and I asked him some more questions over DMs, and got some good responses. That two things that I think he is missing is notifications for outlier videos, and I'm giving away all my secrets. What the heck? Notifications for outlier videos, and automatically generating title formats from outlier videos. So like if it's 9 ways to grow on YouTube, the format is like number, ways to, you know, dream outcome, like grow on situation, you know? And so you could apply that to many different situations, many different niches. And so those were two things that I got feedback on, and he tipped me off to this other tool called 1 of 10, which is basically just only like a browse for outlier videos, and they're charging $50 a month or $350 a year, which is like, okay, I can play in this space. And one of the pieces of feedback he said was like, for 60 or for 50 a month, 60 a month, whatever it is, you know, it's too expensive for me. Like I would rather just do it manually. But if that's something that like you could build into your site, like I would absolutely use that. I was like, oh, that's good to hear. I was like, BRB, gonna go build this entire website's functionality as a feature into my product. So anyway, got some good feedback. I think I'll just wrap it up here and say, got good feedback, and have more people in the pipeline who are interested in using it. I'm trying to figure out how much I want to, because it's like when you get bad feedback, I could go and fix all the things before reaching out to other people, or I could not fix the things, wait for repeat feedback, or maybe they don't have the same problems as this guy. Like maybe the next people do have personalized title styles, and so they would find that valuable, and the titles would be different. So I'm not quite sure what to do there. I did say I was going to DM one guy the details today, so I have like maybe 3 hours. What can I fix in 3 hours? So anyway, really good feedback, and yeah, I feel like I'm onto something, and it feels incredibly good to actually have people starting to use it and give me feedback. And I think it's okay that they're not sticking yet. Eventually I want them to stick, obviously, and stay around and continue to use it. But right now it's just building the best product, you know? So anyway, that's what I have for you this morning as the sun comes over the mountain. See you tomorrow.